We'll have one question for each organization, and we'll just go back and forth. Madam Ambreen Jan has the names, and we'll go.
Mr. Nick, would you like to ask any question from the Minister about the elections?
Sure. So what's your, assuming that there are any problems on election day, how quickly would these military units be able to be, how quickly could you deploy them?
Probably less than the number of fingers on your hand in terms of minutes.
Next is the national media. Mr. Farhan Bukhari.
Thank you, Madam. So, first of all, let me thank you for being accessible, very accessible as you come to the end of your tenure. It's been very good having you as Information Minister, unlike some of your predecessors. My question is that in less than an hour, this matter of former Prime Minister Imran Khan's marital status, the validity of that will be decided. Court is going to give out its verdict. This and other developments, other events around Imran Khan and PTI have reinforced the impression that this is a highly one-sided election with the establishment holding charge. What is your response to these allegations and the environment in which you're heading towards these elections for the fifth largest democracy, as you say? Thank you, sir.
We are a free country, and they have every right to criticize anything, including the caretaker government and the courts. Media is free. They have been venting their dissent, and they have every right to criticize any judgment of the court. As far as the verdicts of courts are concerned, the caretaker government has no comment about those verdicts. We do not control the courts.
And the establishment's rule?
We represent the caretaker government of Pakistan that's put in place legally and constitutionally.
Mr. Afzal Raza, would you like to ask any question?
Thank you, Mr. Minister. I want to ask, how many, can you please repeat the digits, how many voters would cast their votes for this year's election?
128.6 million voters across Pakistan.
How many, do you have any figures, Minister, to how many males and how many females?
Yes, we do have figures. Let me try. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's the percentage. Okay. 69.2 million voters are male voters, and 53.87 are no, that's the percentage. I'm sorry, 59.3 million female voters. But if you look at the previous statistics, this gap has been bridged to a great extent. It has narrowed. So more women voters have been included.
2 million.
2 million new women voters have been added. So this gap is narrowing down, especially in Punjab and Sindh, less in Balochistan, but more.
Mr. Nazir.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, just a few days. Okay, just a few days before the elections and terrorist attacks increase in Balochistan and KPK. So, what do you think is the reason for the increase in these attacks, and what would you say about it? Thank you.
Well, law and order and terrorism is not new to this country. We have been experiencing this for over a decade. especially around 2005 and 6 and 7. The 2008 elections were held in a very security threatened environment when there was a lot of terrorist activities. So that also continued in 2013. Especially after August 15, 2021, when Taliban took over Kabul. Sadly, this terrorist spike has surged. And there are operational collaborations between different terrorist groups. I'm sure you are aware of the recent UN report, how the terrorist groups of different hues and shades, including Al-Qaeda and TTP, they are active in Afghanistan, and they use Afghanistan as the safe sanctuary. So we are experiencing that threat, but our security forces are battle hardened, and we will ensure that elections will be held in a peaceful environment.
Ms. Friedrich, do you have a question to us? Yes.
Could you please tell us a little bit about the international election observers? From which countries, from which bodies are they coming?
Do you have the figures of the foreign observers? I have. I'll get back to you. Let me just pull it out and take another question in the meantime.
Ms. Liuzen, do you have a question? No? Okay. So now we come to the last one. I'm sorry, I missed you. Yes. Mr. Matar.
I'd like to ask about the economic situation. Pakistan, and especially the caretaker government, has signed so many MOUs with some countries, especially with Kuwait recently. And there was some news about that there will be reconstructuring of the FBR, and maybe there will be change of the currency, the local currency. My question is about the economy.
हम वापस आएंगे एक ब्रेक के बाद।
साथ रहिएगा।